It's a trip how many people hate on you behind your back. It's really true. They hate when you give your life to Christ. I don't understand. To each his own. God sits up high and looks low. When we think God is not seeing what people do to us, He is. That's when He comes into your life, when He know you're a good person, and He guides you through those situations. And He lets us know. We know when we're in warfare. They can think it's crazy if they want to. We know when we're in warfare, we're not crazy. He gives us the spirit of discernment to know. And to know to be prayed up before it hit. It's like the higher you get in the Lord, the jealousy, the more they coming at you. And most of the time, it's the people that's up high in the church or in the churches that's jealous of newcomers. Because they know God ain't playing in these days. You know what I'm saying? So He know God is giving us the real deal, Holyfield. He tired of people not, you know what I'm saying, delivering His word the way it should be delivered. We don't know when God is coming. Y'all cannot believe until you see Him in that sky. Or however it's gonna go down. I hope I'm totally 100% ready. Because that's who I want to go with. That's who I choose to go with. And that should not be a crime to nobody. Me choosing Him. I lost a lot of people in my life. They liked me better when I was sinning, drinking, smoking, partying, cussing. Things that wasn't going to get me nowhere. You know, when I have children. But see, I didn't know no better. I was a mom real early and young. And I basically got taken advantage of by an older dude that wanted to marry me. So my mama married me off at 15 and a half. What I know about being an adult, a wife at 15 and a half. That man, he was the first narcissist in my life. He bought me a car, didn't want me to drive. Unless he was there. He checked the mileage. I'm pregnant. He slept all day. I'm a young girl. Why should I be tied down like I'm an old lady? No offense, I'm old now, but like I'm an old person that don't want to do nothing, that don't want to get out the house. So he got mad because I was pregnant, and I was upset because all he wanted to do was sleep after work. He was in the Navy. Wow. But you married a teenager. At least get me out the house. At least sit up, play cards with me. At least sit up and talk to me. That's the first thing. They get into these young girls' life. They be older, and he was a foreigner from Central America. Belize, to be exact. I'm not going to give his name, but he moved me away from where I was born. No, he moved me away from where we went because my mom married somebody in the military. So we moved to California. He took me as his wife, knowing I didn't know no better. I had a little boyfriend across the street that I was in love with. I really didn't want to be with him, but at the time, I guess my mom thought it was better to be a old man's sweetheart, as the saying, than a young man's fool. So he married me, he gave me money all the time. Yeah, my pockets was full of money. I had a new car at 15 and a half. I got checks, paid every time he got paid. But money, I'm telling you truly, money don't make you happy. Yes, I like nice things and I bought nice things. I was a girl, I was young, I didn't know no better. Once he got married to me and had to put a baby in me or whatever, he moved me to New York, away from Cali, away from my family, where he can get me by myself. His family, they really wasn't that nice to me. They was all right. They was just, I guess, putting up with the fact that I was his wife. The main concern was my baby. that was their family member. Um, he left me in the house a lot. His mother and him, they took me shopping. They made sure I was dressed nice, but what's the point of getting new clothes when I couldn't go nowhere? He would take me to get something to eat sometime or go to the park or over his sister's house most of the time, and he would drink, or certain weddings and stuff like that. He would fix me up. It's this little show doll or whatever, but behind closed doors, I'm young. I could have had somebody my age. I could have grew up and got married later on. He took me out of school. I loved school. He took me out of school. It's basically like he was my parent because he was grown and I wasn't. So I couldn't finish school. That's when the devil first started. Whoa, put her dreams down the drain because the devil know I had a lot ahead of me. I had a lot. I have a lot of things I could have done. He put me in modeling school for a while. When he got mad at me, he took me out. My mom didn't want to do it no more, I guess. She helped me with the clothes, the makeup. I used to model in malls and stuff like that. I thought I was going to be big time. I did. Putting on the hits where I lip sync so good. They put me on stage at the military clubs. I mean, I had a lot of talent. I told jokes. I'm very funny. The devil knew that. So I guess that's why they call it a family curse. When somebody see your star, like them wise men seen that star, and they follow that star, and they found out that's a star. It's people that didn't want Jesus to make it. So why would they want me to make it? Who am I? So the last straw was I finally left him. I did things, broke up with him, started dating another guy because I was young. I didn't know no better. He held it against me, but think about it. You're younger than me. You didn't give me no attention, no affection. I'm pregnant. You would lay down, go to sleep, eat, expect me to cook. You didn't do nothing but sleep, sleep, sleep. What was I supposed to do? I'm a teenager. I'm young. You should have cherished me because I was innocent. He put me through a lot. I wanted him to break up with me, so I started cheating. It's not right by God, but what do I know? I wasn't into God like that. I didn't know about how God really felt about marriage. Just God knew my situation because he knew it was going to happen before it happened. And I used to blame my mom until now we got it straight. I blamed her for that because I think that prolonged things that I was needing to do in life. It shouldn't have been nobody's choice to marry me off as a child. That should have been my choice when I got older. Make a long story short, he would check the mileage on the car when I go see my mom, tell me I couldn't do that. Stand by the door while I'm on the phone like I'm cheating anyways. This is before anything happened. Who knows what he did. He came home and while I was pregnant, brought me a disease. And didn't apologize for it. Wow. I get emotional, y'all. That's why God is working on me to let things like that go. He started going to the club with his friends, and I removed myself from him. I broke up with him, and he because he used to, I'm pregnant and I snore, and he used to say, "You snore too loud. Get up, get his pillow, go get on the couch." I can't help it if I snore. There's no reason to get up and treat me like that. So I got tired of his verbal and rudeness. So I left. And after a while, I tried to date somebody. That's my second son, father. I tried to date. See, us women don't have a lot of kids by a bunch of different men because we want to. It's because obviously we remove ourselves when we realize that's not nothing for us. That's not going to go nowhere. That's an abusive situation. And I'm glad God made me wise after a while every time to let me know it's time to move on. So you can't call a woman a prostitute or a whore, forgive me, Lord. It just means she don't make the same mistake twice. And maybe she thought the next relationship was going to work. She didn't know over and over it wasn't, because that's some curse somebody put on you for you to never get married and be happy. That's things that happened way before your generation, way before you came along. And that's what the devil wants you to think, that you're not worthy to be loved. But he is denounced as a liar right now. And I know better now. I go to the doctor by myself after he burnt me. He don't care. He didn't apologize. Nothing. Just went on like it was nothing. He slept with a woman without protection. Wow. So eventually, I left him and I tried to date somebody else. After a minute, and I had my son with me, he started getting violent. Dressing with gloves, having men around him he never hung around because he used to be a coward. So he started being Billy Bad. But seeing me in the car with somebody on a date, we broke up. He yanked me out the car. My baby fell on the ground. He punches me in the face, almost breaks my jaw. My mom runs outside. So the reason why I got with my second narcissist, my second son father, is because he beat him up for me because he shouldn't have put his hand on me. He tried to stay out of it and say, I know this your wife, but y'all not together no more. I'll remove myself. Don't put your hand on her. He didn't listen. So my son father and him had a fight and he ended up beating him up. So he saved the day. So I ended up thinking, wow, this man fought for me. So I continued to date him, not knowing he was going to be the one that choked me till I pass out. But then again, before that, I'll get to that story another time. But after the fight, my mama ran out there to break it up. It happened in military housing. And as he was beating him up, I got my shoe and I got my licks back while he was getting beat up. But God forgive me, it wasn't right at the time, but I didn't know no better. So we ended up getting a divorce and he put everything on me. He didn't put in there what he did to me, how he slept with other women and gave me, burnt me, and I had to go to the doctor by myself and then apologize. He didn't show no love, and I didn't know no better to fight in court, and I didn't have a lawyer, and he had a bunch of money, and he took my car back. He left me with nothing. He gave my car to another woman. I ended up fighting her because she slapped my son. I mean, just a whole bunch of stuff. And I would pick up my child support, and one time I picked it up, grabbed the money. It was on the chair. He told me to grab it. He deliberately put a gun that was cocked for me to grab. What, to shoot myself? The devil is a lie. I should have been gone. That's how I know God is with me. I know God is with me. That's the first narcissist. So I ended up leaving him. He left me with nothing. I had to go live pillow to post with my child. And at that time, I felt like my mom wasn't there for me. She wasn't for that long, so I ended up staying with a friend. My sister ended up getting me with a friend down the street. This old man that his wife left him. He was drunk. We stayed with him. And that's when I continued to see my other son's father. And I'll get to that later. It's basically like as a little girl, the devil had me doomed. He wanted me to be doomed. See, that's why I love the Lord. He let me go through all this. And the things I went through over the years that I'm not done yet, I got a book to write, is to make my skin tough. So when the world get worse, I'm one of those type of people. I see good in anybody. That's the problem. He wants us to love anyway, and he wants us to love our enemies. But at that time, I didn't know how. You know what I'm saying? I just let people in, not thinking about people have bad spirits. People are narcissists. People are into witchcraft. People are this. I was too naive. So I let people in my life, and every time they hurt me. And I've overcame it. That's why the devil is mad. Each time I go through a situation, you better believe it. It had been God there with me all along because I overcame it. There's times I should have been gone. And I'm still here, y'all. I'm a living proof. Me, myself, is a testimony. My uterus was ruptured at 18 because of what he did to me. I had to have all my 5 babies through the same cesarean scar. And it was chances and possibility that I could die. And they asked him to remove my uterus. The first husband, and he would not sign the paper. Military took his side. They was going to take my uterus because it was ruptured. But no, they were telling him I couldn't have no more kids. That's what the devil wanted. I had a total of 5 boys. I am blessed beyond. And I'm a tough woman because I got cut in the same scar and they never caught me before labor when I had my C-section. I endured labor pains before I got cut. The devil was up to something then. But it's all good because I prayed before I went in there. And even though I don't know what God looked like, and I went backwards and forwards in the world, he exists. Believe that. I'm still here today. And all the warfare and things people have thrown at me, I'm still healthy. I'm still healthy and I'm still here. So that's to show all my enemies out there. There is a God. It's real. And he protects his own. And like he said, you might try to slow us down, but there ain't no weapon formed any kind of way, upside down, right side up, is gonna ever prosper as long as we serving him and putting him first. What kind of God do you think he is? He walked on water. What's wrong with y'all? He fed, 5,000 or more? He turned water into wine. Y'all better recognize before it's too late. You don't know when he coming back because all the things he said in Revelation is already coming to pass. And I'm glad I answered his call because I asked him. When I had a broken heart this last time, I humbled myself and I begged him to help me through that pain. And it's up to him to answer your call. And when he calls you and he brings you in from out of that world, you better go forward. You better do your best. It ain't easy being no Christian. Y'all think it's a walk in the park just saying I'm a Christian and that's it. Don't be fooled. The higher you get in Christ, the more devils coming at you. The more warfare. The more friendships, family is going to leave. And the very ones be the ones right in your face trying to destroy you. So keep your enemies near. They think they watching us, but hey, we keep you near for a reason because we know what you're doing too. Because whatever you don't think we know, God give us discernment. Well, we already know what you're doing. While you standing before our face grinning, we don't take it lightly. We just keep smiling because we're supposed to love our enemies anyway, right? And it ain't us to give vengeance. It's for God to give vengeance. Vengeance is his. And believe you me, whatever you do on this earth, you will reap. Before you leave this earth, it's just no doubt about it. That's just what's going to happen. And it's going to be more than once. It's going to be 10 times fold. Don't think coming in this situation, me saying I love the Lord and I'm a Christian, it was easy, because it ain't. He's still working on me. I'm a work in progress right now. He's still cleansing me of all the things that happened in my life. He's trying to make me new. He got to make your heart new again. And that's a lot of work. But you got to have dedication. Give him his prayers at least twice a day. Read that word to feed your soul, because this body means nothing when you die. It's what's on the inside. Your soul is what's going to make it to heaven. I don't care who don't believe, as long as I believe. And I know what I've been through. And a lot of people that don't like me and jealous or whatever, and I don't have much now, wait till it's going to get greater later, baby. You ain't seen nothing yet. He just moved y'all out my way. So when he bring me up, I won't carry no snakes with me. Because why should you enjoy the seeds of my labor if you didn't have my back in the first place? Thank you, Jesus. Let's be real. Don't think you got one up over me. He know what you do. He know the secrets that you tell, the ones that I don't hear. That's why you serve him. He give you a gift called discernment. You know who faulty in your face when they stand there. It's their energy, their aura. You know what I'm saying? We can sense that. We like a roach. We'll sniff out a breadcrumb. You better believe it. And I'll forever serve him. Because I know who's right to be around and who's not. I remove myself. Because, hey, you ain't all that for me to try to force myself to be in a friendship or a family ship or a situation with you. And then he removes you for a reason. To work on you individually. You know what I mean? Stopping you from the things of the outside world. Because he gonna use you for his purpose. If he changed your life, you got to give up something too. You gave up your life for him. For him to take away all that you've been through. So don't let no man, no woman, no family member, no mother, no father stop you from doing what you want to do in life. Forcing you to be with somebody you shouldn't even be with. If you don't feel right in that situation and everything is toxic and ain't nothing going right and you see yourself crying a lot, feeling alone when you with somebody, that means that is not the person for you. Because God don't bless no miss. When he bring about the right man or woman for you, you'll know. You'll feel it. That person have already gone and been cleansed and washed just like he did for you. He gonna send a perfect match for you. And when y'all get together and you love through Christ, he gonna build you up. And it's gonna be the best love you ever had in your life. Because God is love and he wants you to be loved if you serving him. He wants to give you what your heart desire. As far as living in poverty or struggling or you went down on your luck, hey, he's just making you stronger. These are trials and tribulations that you have to go through. In the end, it'll be greater later. I'm going to keep calling it all joy while I'm going through what I'm going through. I don't care if I have 50 cents to my name. As long as I have a peace of mind, it's worth it. And I'm going to keep on giving. Even though I don't have much, I give all the time. And I'm going to continue to pray for others before I pray for myself. Because he gives me that unselfish love. I've been that way all my life. And I was angry at him because I asked him, why you let me forgive people that hurt me? It make me look weak. No, it don't. He died up on the cross for us and they stabbed him up and he still said, bless them, Father. They know not what they do. He still forgave us. If he could do it, who am I? Who am I to hold a grudge? He see all sins the same. If you sin, you sin. The moral of the story is, get yourself out of them narcissist relationships. Get out of the relationships that don't serve you no purpose. That don't make you happy. That you got to fight too hard for. Because love's supposed to come easy. Naturally, and love's supposed to be free, not bought. Ain't no money in the world worth it. Because a lot of people is rich. Deep down behind closed doors, they not happy. I don't care how much money they got. How much Louis Vuitton bags and stuff they have, jewelry. That's something they do to hide the pain. Most of them, I ain't gonna say all. But you can have wealth here on earth as it is in heaven. Because he's gonna give it to you. But you gotta serve him and you gotta go through some things and he gotta cleanse you before he bless you. He gotta make sure he can trust you before he bless you. Because everything of this world, whether you know it and I don't care how they say you getting it, it's all because of God. Don't get it twisted. But I'll be back again. My story goes on. I just want y'all to be blessed. And put your cares and your worries and your fears. And relax. And I tell myself that too. I got to practice it. Put all that. Rest in God. He wants us to rest in him. And have faith. Just rest. Even when you're going through. He gonna fight it. It's gonna be all right. If we just put that little bit of faith like a mustard seed. That's all he asks for. Just faith in him. He got your back. Believe that. Y'all have a blessed day. Be prosperous. I pray that your seeds multiply. Pray that you be fruitful. Be blessed. Amen.